Welcome to the weekly Homicide Report, the weekly program where we talk about all the people who needlessly died at the hands of another person. So let's take a look at this week's graph. So I brought back LA County because its population is 3 times that of Chicago and 5 times that of Philly, just for some perspective. LA County is at 131, and this is only updated through March 12th, so the numbers are a couple weeks old. But Chicago is not far behind with 122, and Philly, who's keeping pace with Chicago this year, is still ahead of their record-breaking 2021 pace. Baltimore is at 78, St. Louis comes in at 61, and Milwaukee comes in with 53, which is 27 more than they had at this time last year. 27. And look at this map showing where they're happening. No area is safe. So here are the increases from these 6 cities from last week. Chicago, Philly, and Milwaukee each recorded 7. St. Louis had 3, Baltimore had 2, and I'm not really sure about LA County because I wasn't following it last week. So we're going to take a look at the murder rates, which is actually a better way to gauge these numbers. This is the murders per 100,000, so it takes into account the size of the city. So St. Louis, the smallest of these 6 cities, has the highest murder rate of 78.7, followed by Baltimore at 50.3, Milwaukee at 35.3, Philly at 32.2, Chicago at 18.1, and LA County at 5.2. And I wanted to look this week at the children that are affected by all this. Now these are just those killed by guns, which are 80 to 90% of the homicides in America. Children 11 and under, 76 have been killed this year. That's 1 for every 29 hours. And 164 more have been injured by gunfire, which is 1 for every 13 hours. And if you add these two together, one child under the age of 11 has been shot for every 9 hours so far in 2022. And with teenagers, it's even worse. Children 12 to 17, 309 have been killed and 731 more injured by gunfire. That's 1 dying for every 7 hours and 1 injured for every 3 hours. Combined, it's 1 for every 2 hours so far in 2022. Now let's move on to the murder-suicides. Now these are just ones that are done with a gun, which the majority are committed with a gun. So far in week 13, we're at 164 for the year, and that's an increase of 9 from last week. We are currently averaging 1.8 per day, and the overall average was closer to 1.5 per day in 2021, so we're a little ahead of where we were last year. Well, that's all I got for you today, but I'll be back next week with week 14 numbers. Until then, have a great week, and I'll catch you next week. Support this channel and pick yourself up some original crime-related apparel. Look for the link in the description.